Hi there guys, welcome back to Ron's Tech Hub, and in this one we're going to be looking at the Silvercrest Activity Tracker. This was purchased from Lidl, but it might also be available in Aldi. I purchased this in August of 2020. So as the name states, this is an activity tracker. This is similar to ones sold by Garmin or Fitbit. It does more or less the same thing in my opinion, but for a fraction of the price. This was only £20. This was brand new, and again this comes with a 3-year warranty, something you don't get from Garmin or Fitbit. Okay, so let's have a quick rundown of some of the features that this Silvercrest Activity Tracker has. So on the box here we have some of the features. We have Bluetooth, we have step counting, heart rate monitor, calories burnt, sleep monitoring, notifications, IP67 splash resistant, and I think the 3-year warranty is kind of a feature, not of this device, but just of Lidl and Aldi in general. I think having 3-year warranty is a big plus. Anything happens to it within 3 years, you bring it back, you either get a partial refund or a new item. This also has a color screen, and it has a touch area on the display where that's the only area you can touch to interact with the device. So let's have a quick look of what this device actually looks like. This is the box it comes in, and it has a Velcro front. Pull that off and we can see the device there. As you can see, the straps are disconnected and you will have to reconnect them in order to use it. To charge the device, you will have to disconnect one of the sides to plug the USB cable in. So to get into the box, we just flip it up on the top there. We have some tape here that we have to cut. So let's see what we have inside. This is the manual, which I'm sure absolutely no one is going to read. So this is the Activity Tracker SAT90. The model number wasn't actually on the box, but here it is on the actual leaflet. And again, that's SAT90. Now let's get into the box. Let's see how this comes. There's nothing else in there, so we can put this to one side. Right, so here we go. This is what it comes in. It's this very hard plastic that you will have to cut to get through. So let's see if we can do that now. There we go. One strap. The activity tracker itself. The other strap. Right. Okay, so before I continue, there's one thing I just noticed when looking around this, because I've been wondering, how would I charge this device? And I've been looking for USB ports all around it, and there is none. So this is either genius or really badly designed. It could go either way from this point. This is the charger. So if you guys can see there, I'll try to focus this. It actually says USB there, which means that this plugs directly into your USB port. There's no cable, there's no plug that comes with it. So your existing USB ports or plugs, you just plug this directly into it. So what that means exactly is that you get a USB device plug for like this one, for example, and you plug it directly into here, and that's how you would charge the watch. I'm not liking this initially, but it does make a lot of sense if you're trying to save on how much it costs, because they didn't have to send a USB cable in the pack. they didn't have to send a plug. And at this stage, it can be assumed, the assumption can be made that many people, almost everyone, has a USB plug at home. Okay, so as it stands now, this is dead. So as I showed you guys in the previous section, I'm going to actually plug this in using the USB, this random USB charger I have laying around. I'm going to charge this. I'm going to come back to you guys when it has some battery in it. All right, so again, to charge it, you simply get the metallic part there and put it against the metallic part inside your USB plug like so. Plug this into your wall socket and you should be good to go. Okay, so let's figure out how to connect it. Well, the straps anyway. So holding it like this, you're gonna tap here, and with that held in your hand, you're gonna connect to the top part of it, the strap with the actual buckle. All right, so you're gonna put that in the slot and connect it. That's quite stiff actually. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. All right, and do the same thing for the bottom part. That was very stiff, but okay, there we go. The straps are now connected. Let's see how that fits on my hand. I have quite large hands, but a small wrist. So let's see how that fits. The last smartwatch I tried from Lidl didn't fit me very well, and I did actually return it. So let's see how this one feels. Okay, well, initially, this already feels a lot better than the previous one I tested. This already feels a lot better than the previous one I tested. Because it's bigger, the curvature goes all the way to the end, whereas the other one I felt, because it was a bit smaller, it dug into my hand before it started curving around my hand. So because this, I feel this has a longer screen. That could be why. The strap here doesn't feel as rigid as well to me, so it's very comfy here so far. I've only obviously been wearing this for a couple seconds now, and it reads the correct way, whereas the other one read from left to right going that way. This reads from top to bottom. It's a much easier read than going from left to right when you have a device like this on your hand. And when you tap, again, obviously it cycles through the steps there. Now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead in the next step and try to connect this to the Motorola G8 Plus in the background there. I'm going to show the full steps from this device, and again, this is the Motorola G8 Plus, just to ensure that everyone sees how to install the app and how to set up properly. So I'm going to go to Play Store. If you're on an iPhone, you need to go to the App Store. I'm on Android, so I go to the Play Store. I'm going to type in Silvercrest Activity Tracker. And the app I'm going to download is that one there. Silvercrest Smart Watch, Synergy Technologies Limited. I'm going to tap install. Just going to wait for this to finish. I'll speed through this and come back to you guys when it's finished. Okay, so the privacy policy is going to ask us, are we sure we want to agree to this? We're going to have to do yes, or we won't be able to continue anyway. I'm going to select OK for that. And the one I have is the SAT90. So that one. These actually look really interesting. So if those do come in, I will be grabbing those as well. I'm going to tap that one there. Allow location, that's fine. It's going to need GPS for this anyway. Tap that one there. So it's saying connecting on the app, but when I read the booklet, it's kind of tricky to get it connected. Now here it says we have to go to more, then about, and then we'll be able to do it. We need to put Bluetooth on the device. So to do that, I'm going to drag down from the top. The Bluetooth icon's already on, so that's fine. If yours isn't, it might be grayed out like this. Simply tap it to turn it on. Swipe back up. This is only if you're on Android. I believe iOS you have to swipe from the bottom, but it's the same process, just a different location. Let's have the app here where it says current device. Let's have that ready. Let's keep the screen active. Let's quickly get to where we need to get to on the watch. I'm going to quickly scroll through. I'm going to get to more, tap and hold. I'm going to get to about, tap and hold. And then we should be able to tap that, and hopefully that works. That's what the instructions said we should do. Okay, paired successfully. That was not the easiest pairing process I've ever gone through. That could have been a lot easier. The previous smartwatch I did for these guys, it was a lot easier to pair. It didn't pair very well, but the process of pairing was a lot easier. Alright, so now that we are paired, let's see what we can do inside the app. Okay, so now that we're paired, let's see what I can actually get done from the app. I won't be going back to the smartwatch, so everything from here on in will be from the actual app. Click allow. I'm going to fill my information in, but I will blur this section out so you guys won't be able to see anything. Okay, now after I've added all that information, I'm going to click save at the top. Again, my information will be blurred out, but you guys just put in whatever is relevant for you. Click save. Okay. Click allow, allow, and allow. Okay, there we go. Allow that as well. Enable notifications. All right. So for some phones, you actually need to allow the device to get notification access from the phone. So for me, I'm going to allow the smartwatch there. I'm going to click allow, and I'm going to go back. And this should take me back into the watch. And let's see what we're actually able to do from the watch now. Okay. Nothing is there for me yet, as I've only literally just started to use it. Let's track activity. Let's see what's in here. Nothing yet. All right. Reminders. Nothing there. Settings. All right. So settings. Now you can go in here. Your profile. That's where I put all my information in earlier. But you can also set goals for yourself. So you can decide how many steps you want to take per day. How many. What's the distance you want to travel. The calories you want to burn, and how long you should be sleeping. And then tap save. You can go through here and you can fill in all this information. Okay, now settings. This is probably the main section of the watch, because from here you have profile at the top, and this is where you actually fill in all the information I filled in earlier. So your username, gender, birthday, weight, and height. I'm assuming this is how it's going to collect information on you and tell you what's best for you to do in order to lose weight, build muscle, exercise as much as you need to. I'm going to tap save. Goals. Now I think the Fitbit normally does about 10 to 12,000 steps on average for each person, so I'm going to set it to that. Distance, I won't walk 3 miles in a day, so I'm going to set mine to about 2.17. That seems like an okay number. Calories, I have no idea. Sleep is all over the place right now. It's summer and I'm not working, so I'll leave that as it is. Notifications. Now this gives you every single app that can send notifications to the device. The only ones I want, I don't have any of these services. So I'm going to leave WhatsApp on. I'm going to leave WhatsApp, Facebook, SMS on call service. So when I have a phone call come in, a WhatsApp message come in, or a text message come in, it should then show up on my phone with who's calling, who's texting, and what the text message is. It won't read it though. Let's go back. All right. When I tap find device, the device on my hand is actually vibrating. So if you had left this somewhere on a table, you could hear it vibrating, for example. The 12-hour format, I like that. Take a photo. So you would be taking a photo of yourself, I'm assuming, to add as your profile image, but I'm not going to do that now. Advanced settings, weather, sedimentary alert. Wow, this is quite detailed. Heart rate. Definitely want heart rate. Oh wow, this is quite nice because it gives you an option, for example, to remind yourself to drink water. For Android devices, this is actually an amazing feature because I can connect it to Google Fit, and what that will do, that will actually allow me to have my information from the watch brought into Google Fit. That's quite handy because Google Fit is quite accurate with my phone, but it doesn't have, like, for example, the heart rate sensors and stuff like that. So having it on here is quite useful. I can just pull that data in. Twist wrist to activate display. So if the display is off, all I have to do to activate it is to twist my wrist. I'm going to give my final thoughts on the SAT90 activity tracker. I hope you guys find it useful. So one of the things I dislike about this smartwatch is how hard it is to remove the straps. As you can see here in this video, she's trying very hard to pull that strap off. It took her quite a while to get there. Another not so great thing is that the sensors aren't very accurate. If you do have small wrists, this is going to be an issue for you. Though it is adjustable, it's not the greatest. Though the instructions are very clear, pairing was definitely an issue I came across quite a few times. So it does pair, and once it is paired it's fine, but getting it to pair is the issue. Now let's move on to some of the good things about this watch. As you can see, I'm cycling through all the features here. It has a lot of features, especially in the app. Everything can be tailored to specify what you want the smartwatch to do. Another notable feature here is that you can, in the app, select which apps you want to receive notifications from. To me, this kind of looks relatively stylish. It looks like the Fitbit or one of the Garmin ones, so it doesn't stand out as a very cheap device. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and check out the Facebook page.